Good morning, Dingles Crypto. So this afternoon I have an exciting video. We are going to be talking about the Aragon network, which is they allow you to create decentralized autonomous organizations, and there is several, actually more than several, of these decentralized autonomous organizations in crypto right now, and a lot of these governance tokens allow you to vote through these organizations, right? So, very exciting video. Aragon is a extremely interesting project, and I think it will do well, and we're going to cover the potential, right? So let's just jump right into it. Follow me on Twitter, Dingle Crypto. Follow me on TikTok, Dingle Crypto, short little fun videos. And then let's get to 100 and then 200 by Christmas. 200 by Christmas. We got 10 days. Let's get another 100. Sub right now. If you're not, subscribe. Thank you. And now let's just jump in price action. I mean, I'm not in it for the price because guess what? It will go up eventually if it's successful, right? So let's just look at it for shits and giggles, right? So if it's successful, it will go up in value. End of story. And honestly, there's not much circulating supply. So, I mean, it's looking pretty good. Aragon is an old token. So it has an old tokenomics model. Has no yield farming, which I'm not. I mean, we've been around since the 2017 bull market. Look at this. Look at this sad several years. But you know what happened during this sad several years? Development. So let's jump into their platform. So this is their interface, their main interface. So transparent and secure government community ownership. Basically, let's just jump into what's a decentralized autonomous organization, the next frontier of human coordination. I totally agree with that. That's a great way to put it. But let's just decentralize. There's no central leadership. Decisions are made in a bottom-up way. So basically, you own a token. There's a lot of different organization construction mechanisms in this. I will get into that later. But no, the way the organization is set up, the token means there's different tokens that you need for different voting power, and you cannot. A lot of these tokens are set up through Aragon, so I would understand what token model they have and what organization model they have because it makes a difference, right? So let's jump into the different type of organizations you can have. You can foster collaboration with a organization that makes it easy for contributors to simply part ways. Okay, there's that. Company fundraiser. There's a lot of them. Open enterprise, a suite of apps for organizations including project managers, bounties, budget planning, and rewards. Membership, a non-transferable token to represent membership. Right, so membership, a non-transferable token. So I actually did not know there was such thing as a non-transferable token, but here, let's ponder this for a second. You know what happened this last election? There's a lot of fraud, stuff like that. But what if every person in the United States had a non-transferable citizen token, right? And this token allowed you to vote. You get one vote per one non-transferable token in your wallet. Yeah, and everything is transparent and verifiable. Talk about what should have happened if blockchain was invented 10, 20 years earlier. Obviously, it wasn't. I'm sure this election would have gone a lot smoother, right? So just keeping that, I mean, the government should be a DAO. So, yeah. But we're not that far advanced in our country yet. But some country will take up one of these systems, right? But not the United States. All right, here's all the protocols that are using DAO. And they basically just allow governance token. PyDAO, we went over them the other day. New Cipher, I want to go over them because they just got on Coinbase. And I was not aware of them until we were on there. Melon, we went over. I like Melon a lot. Stable, I was in for a decent amount of time. I brought them up the other day. Aavegotchi, I want to go over them sometime. Barnbridge, I was actually going to go over them today, but then it's going to take me a couple more days to understand Barnbridge. I understand it, but I want to bring it to another level. Barnbridge is very interesting. I want to go over them as well. But look at all these. I mean, these are very valuable protocols. And Curve is on here. Decentraland. Decentraland's mind-blowing. Matrix in the making. But that's been around for a while. Curve Finance. Okay, you had enough of this. You saw enough of these communities, right? So let's move on to Ant V2. They're basically just upgrading their token to allow cheaper transactions. So what they're doing is the original 2017 token, their original Ant token, had voting on-chain capabilities versus this new Ant token. They have a snapshot. So you can vote on Snapshot, which is an off-chain voting mechanism that allows you to not have to vote on transaction. And basically the price of the transaction depends on the complexity of your token. So if you like you go to Uniswap and the transaction is relatively cheap because it's a pretty simple contract versus if you implement a DAO, or on Melon the other day when we looked at how expensive it was to implement a hedge fund through Melon protocol, it was very expensive. It was in the $300 to $500 range, right? So that's what happens when on Ethereum. The price of transaction is the complexity of the contract, right? So just keep that in mind. That's a upgrade. So they also allow Aragon Connect, which is a toolkit for developers. So basically you can make an interface for your DAO and use a lot of tools, right? So integrate DAO functionality, build apps that leverage voting, shared funds management. So finances, I actually own an ice cream stand, and I created a token called Dingle token. I mean, just for fun, but you really could run finances through this if you were using stable coins to transact, and like if people were paying in stable coins, right, or something like that. Very interesting. Definitely the future. We're just so far out, guys. We're just so far out. It's like 10, 15 painful years until people really start understanding this technology. But you know what? We're early, and there's opportunities to be early. So let's continue grinding and learning together. Okay, let's jump into an interesting project, but it's about to die. It's not about to die, but it's also it's not about to die, just the token's not going to be there anymore. ANJ, Aragon Court, it was a project from Aragon. It was going to help legislation on-chain and be the mediator for DAO arguments, right? And DAOs will have arguments. So and it's only been out for a year. I actually got in this early, like at a cent. I got in this at a cent. And I just wrote it out. I wrote it up. I sold some, but then it's been stalling out because it's not going to be any longer. I tried to get. This is their Aragon Court interface. You can go ahead and lock. You can become a juror, so you can lock tokens, and your tokens basically allow you to become a juror, and then you get paid to become a juror for these cases that these DAOs have. These DAOs bring forth, and you vote. And basically, if you pick the majority side, then you get rewarded. If you pick the minority side, you get detracted from, right? So you want to pick the right solution. So that's how. On-chain mediation will definitely be a thing in the future. So keep Claros. I want to go over Claros as well, so stay tuned for all these different things. So see, where's the, okay, well, it might be the next one. But anyways, ANJ's, they're merging back with ANT. So ANT is Aragon's network token, and they will definitely have this type of platform, but with ANT being the governance or the jury token as well, right? So more utility for Aragon network token. So that's bullish in my eyes, but we'll see what happens. And then Lewis, I unfortunately do not know how to pronounce his last name, although I believe he is He is Norwegian, or he's from one of those Norwegian countries. I'm sorry. I should know this, but I don't. So, but he's been around the community for a long time. Great developer, great person. I've watched several of his podcasts. Good person. And crypto for the right reasons. And that's what you want to see. Obviously, he wants to make money, but he also wants to see a better world. And that's what you want to see in developers. Lastly, their Discord active. So merge ANJ with ANT at 0.015 ANT to ANJ. So what is 1% of like $3? What's 1.5% of $3 is like 4 cents. So 4 cents. And what is ANJ trading at right now? 3.9. So here's your arbitrage opportunity. Let's go down to 3.9. There's your arbitrage opportunity right there. You could get a possibility of like 1/10 of 1 cent opportunity right there. So keep an eye on that. But this will adjust to ANT prices. Okay, so just keep that in mind. That is all I have for you today. Stay tuned because I have very exciting episodes coming up. Please subscribe, hit that like button, and become a part of the Dingles community. Let's do it. All right, peace out till next time.